Air seeder technology keeps improving every year, but that doesn't change the importance of placing the seed and fertilizer where they need to be. To help farmers meet this challenge, Brian Cruson and the folks at Dutch Industries have designed a new seed brake called the AirGuard.
We had a seed brake that we manufacture already, and over the years we've determined there's a lot of farming practices that have changed over the years. A lot of farmers are putting fertilizer with their seed, and with that there can be some problems with plugging the seed brakes that are out there.
The Dutch AirGuard allows farmers to control the airflow without changing the direction of flow of their seed and fertilizer, according to Dutch Ag Engineer Manager Clark Behrens, who also farms with his father.
Material will stick, will hit, will crack, won't be distributed evenly, and that's the competition, and that's where the Dutch AirGuard is far and away the most superior one, because all the product remains consistently metered. It doesn't contact anything, and you're not having buildup or plugging issues.
The spiral design is a key feature in allowing the AirGuard to create an even flow of product without hitting anything. Through animation, we can see how it controls the airflow.
The Dutch AirGuard exhausts the air through a separate port. Basically, the port runs through the middle of the AirGuard while the seed spirals, or the fertilizer spirals around it. So as the product spirals down, the air is released almost in a complete opposite direction and through the top.
At the top of each AirGuard unit is a series of washers ranging in size from 1/8 inch to 1/2 inch, allowing farmers like Behrens to fine-tune the airflow in each line according to their own seeding operation.
In this case, we have a 1/2 inch and a little 1/4 inch, and then you twist on the top until it's snug, and the gap here is what allows the air out. The bigger the gap, the more air that's dispensed.
Being able to adjust the airflow in this fashion means farmers can make sure they are accurately placing their seed and fertilizer, thereby preventing problems that can result from bouncing.
There are issues if seed bounces into dry ground or ground that will not get packed, or falls too close to the fertilizer, it can get burnt, or falls in with the fertilizer, it can get burnt. If it bounces around, it can be shallower or deeper than other seeds, and that tends to give you uneven emergence, which can cause some headaches.
Exactly where you decide to place the AirGuard units will depend on the design of your air drill. Behrens says the actual installation is quite simple.
All that's required is to tie into either your seed or your fertilizer hose, so after the manifold, by simply cutting about an 8-inch section out of your hose. The one end, manifold down will go into one end of the AirGuard, and that'll be the inlet, and you just simply secure it with a hose clamp. And then the bottom end of that tube you cut will go into the outlet of the AirGuard, again secured by a hose clamp.
When adjusting the airflow with the AirGuard, it's important to check and see if you have enough air pressure left to push the product the full length of the hose.
Before seeding, go out to your field, run it for a little while, and you'll soon find out if there's enough air or not to blow it. If there's not, simply screw off the top, put another washer in until there is enough air left in the system to blow it. It's useless if the seed isn't getting to the opener.
Behrens says it's more important to install the AirGuard on seed hoses than your fertilizer hoses, but ideally you should be using this invention on both.
The seed is your primary concern, having accurate seed placement, but if you do not have an AirGuard on your fertilizer, that air can still affect the seed placement, because that air volume or that air velocity or that air is right at your seed.
The AirGuard should work on almost any air seeder as long as there is an air delivery system with manifolds and hoses coming from those manifolds. Because the seed doesn't hit anything while passing through the AirGuard, seed damage should be greatly reduced or completely eliminated.